People in front, ready to jump off thrust. Oh god. I don't die on crit, baby. Oh god. Down below now. It's coming up the side. Another one behind you guys. Thank you, Frost. One more. Gonna be him in. I have this.
Oh my god.
What? What, Shay?
The stream. My fucking game keeps crashing. You must fucking know.
Campfire right here.
Okay.
Are you having issues?
It just kept crashing. Okay, so I fixed it.
That's a sick card. Okay. Why?
You spiff Rabbit, you spiff Frankie, and you leave me what? You think I don't want out of family feed?
A rapture reminder. The waters surrounding Fontaine's department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic lines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of escape to the ruse. Life down at Fontaine's is going
Don't
to be
skimp
what
on the
you make of it.
cocktails.
So make
You
it
hear me,
great.
Phil? I made my quota. Well, I mean, all right. I mean, I was. Paper, spine. Everyone wants a piece of me. I see.
Any progress, love? I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest little sisters, and some very slow ones.
Conflict. That's how we evolve.
Hey, Junior! Come on in and watch this.
If you're not prepared for metamorphosis, then there's the door.
I made you a solid offer. Together, we'll remake the world! Fair warning. I'm an eye for an eye type of fella. What was that?
Clean it all up.
I would never leave him with. I see you there. Enough of this tomfoolery.
This fella Atlas has been making the rounds down here, trying to bring some kind of order to this pit. All the splicers think the man walks on water, but something about him smells stink to me. Reminds me a bit of my former employer, Frank Fontaine. Always talking about how he was going to lift Rapture right out of the old man's wallet. No fuss, no muss. See where that got him.
Yeah?
Atlas sent me here for some Old Man Winter.
You haven't been around here long, have you?
What makes you say that?
'Cause you're the only one of us who don't smell like the reptile house at the zoo. Now be quick about it and just take the winner. This ain't the Goodwill.
Unaccustomed to such strange noises. Push right back.
Old Man Winter. That's how we'll cool Suchong's machine.
Seems.
So Atlas asked me to figure out where to strike first when we bust out.
Welcome to the Circus of Values!
This place, but you know, it all depends on when we get out. You know, I mean, November 5th.
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
Big founding of Rapture Shindig at Fort.
Just what we needed. That was the last of it.
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing quantum field generators since kindergarten.
Tell Ryan things are getting hot down here real fast. The goddamn leprechaun is building himself a regular army. If you'd asked my opinion, which you didn't, I'd send a crew down here and clean up the place before they show up on your doorstep. But who am I except some...
Whereabouts of the foreign bitch scientist unknown. Ryan presumes she's dead, but our guess is she's gone underground with the Little Sisters. Options on obtaining the ace are dwindling.
Who the hell are you? I always been there for you! Annihilate your old self.
Welcome to the circus of value. No refund, no return. Welcome to the circus of value. Come back
Put your
when
mic
you
up.
get some money, buddy.
Really?
Turtle Beach.
Memo to the sales team. While we deny all customer claims regarding purported burns they have received from, quote, overheating of 1958 bathyspheres, unquote, our marketing team has decided to give away flasks of Old Man Winter as part of a new promotional campaign. There will be no recall of the 58. No recall.
You know you don't belong here. Talking about me? Come on.
Oh, don't say I didn't hear that.
Let's see this through.
How we won't immediately die of CO2 poisoning the moment we turn the thing on. Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency, but it'll do. Out of Eve. Suchong must have a supply stashed here somewhere. stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. We're ready.
Let's fire it up and see. What did I tell you?
Look. We're on the First Lady. It can't be this easy. The First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system, just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particles seated at the top of the structure must be up that lift. Perfect. The First Lady Mark I did run an airship, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time. If I take the active particle, then the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best to take the spare. Here we go. Now let's head back through that tear.
You honestly expect Atlas to honor his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia? Nothing but trouble that way. Best to head straight back to Rapture.
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Power for device, very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Suchong wanted something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Not your hair, stupid. Think has a secret lab. Mothballed, forgotten. In there, hair sample. In jar. Cannot miss it. You get for Suchong. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find it.
Should have seen that one coming.
Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory. On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
You've done me good service, but I will not hurt the boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop,
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive, a girl.
She must leave, a woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
What's going on? Thanks!
Out of my sight. What's going on? You're a oppressor! Can't hide forever long.
You're next, you hear me?
To arm!
You're not going anywhere!
Someone about? I can cement. Gun her down.
Still think you can hide from me? I'll find her. Gonna hunt you down. They want you? They gonna have to go through me first.
We abide neither dilly-dalliers nor malingers. Address your order promptly, or find your contract terminated.
Easy. You speak.
Yeah, there's a war coming.
My living quarters got reassigned, all right. I'm sleeping in Fink's bed tonight.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No, there's a slot for some kind of key for manual winding. We just gotta find that.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
Yo, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work. We've got the clock key.
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother unfulfilled. The biological urge to leave one's mark is strong, and it is not an impossibility. We could instantiate ourselves back in Columbia, return to an old life for the possibility of creating new. But we died in that world. Returning would mean giving up part of us, ourselves. We'd become flesh and all that it is heir to. The mysteries of the universe would become once again mysteries. As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. But for the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we're all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Idiot, his lock of hair.
I got you your gun. Here for my
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just complicate the narrative.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend.
Yeah,
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
That's not the problem having this stuff. Every time you get a kill, man. So, for instance, if you kill and you just knock down, even if it's not your kill, you get 50% of not shoot. Or health. That shit's ridiculous.
You, come out of there! Hey, what are you doing?
Wild.
Jesus, it's ripe in here. Say, somebody, fetch me a millionaire to clean this mess up. Hunt you down!
Who are you then?
Show yourself. You can't hide forever. Who's out there?
Alright, give us one.
You gonna answer for this?
Oh!
Here I come. Don't think you can hide from me. Who's out there?
Bless you.
Where are you?
Bless you.
I'll find her.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you?
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
I guess you gotta get to Roger.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration. It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables. What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved. What's that?
It's a skeletal formula for oxytocin. That's the chemical that bonds mothers to children, women to men, and...
Songbirds to little girls?
Apparently not. Fink dismissed it as an unsuitable vector. These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so I left them to die. Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young. I always remember him just being there. It must be a prototype or something.
Is it human?
Does it matter? I tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect. Booker, the little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there. Moaning. I couldn't just...
The lion with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair?
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out. I heard you.
Who's this? You see where she went?
Kill her.
You gonna answer for this, girl? What's she doing here? Never stop fighting! Somebody
What you
hide!
got there?
Dunno. Just grabbing anything that's... Don't surrender! You can't hide forever!
I'll watch you die!
Over here. Sing a leg. Since when did you become Lord and Master?
Do you think Daisy really even had a choice?
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. She chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started. All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
I don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a market. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge? To prove a point?
And yet, here you are. Settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past did damage to the new. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Justice coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
Pretty lady has the hair? Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Suchong, we had a deal. Now open.
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Suchong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. He'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries or as a thief in the night.
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Now, traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker, I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a room. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rubes.
What was that? Don't think you can hide. Your number's up. Nothing further, sweethearts. Let's just say
Tenenbaum. Sometimes I pity the little freak. Such a tiny imagination. Content to sit there with the tanks of Adam tweaking and optimizing. I need to create. Adam is a canvas of a genetic modification, but the plasmids are the paint.
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. Now, traps. I can use the plasmids as traps in it and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements, and Orion does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a rube. And Orion has no time for rubes.
Hey, what's all that rumpus? Come on out. You got my full attention.
Not in the mood for this hide and seek.
Problem. Big Daddy will not imprint on the little brats. Yet Fink succeeded in imprinting his disgusting bird on his subject. How has Fink, this stupid man, succeeded where Sojang failed? If Sojang could obtain hair sample of Fink's subject, Sojang could determine delta of genetic material with little sister. Proof is in DNA pudding.
Time to pay the piper, sweetheart.
Like an animal. Don't worry. Fun's just beginning.
You can't keep running forever.
Down for the count. I know you've done it. Come on out. You got my full attention. Don't make me hunt you down like an animal. Where is she? Ladies, you're working my last nerve. There's the girl. She's...
Get out here where I can see you.
Whatever you're here for, sister, you won't get anywhere hiding.
Don't make me hunt you down like...
Gonna make short work of it.
Not in the mood for this hide and seek.
Come on out. You got my full attention. What the... You're still here, aren't you?
Don't think you can hide.
Don't make me hunt you down like an animal.
your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling. It would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on a lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
This won't take long.
Won't steal my lead! Alright. Lady, you're working my last nerve. Now!
Boys, time to get your hands dirty.
Who's laughing now?
I warned you to stop following me.
They mean to make an example out of you. On out! Time's up, you goddamn twist!
I know you've done it. Had any principles, you wouldn't be scum. There she is.
Let's make this easy on both of us. There's supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen her?
Been expecting you. Show me how much you love me.
You don't belong here! Nice there and different. This is all.
Don't
Swim with Raccoon Squad.
you to stop following.
Don't make me hunt you down like an animal. You mean to make an example out of you? Rise to the challenge!
There's supposed to be a brunette. Anyone seen?
You're so smart, you're stupid!
Get out here where I can see you.
Got you now! Hide it? That's how it's gonna be?
Not in the mood for this hide and seek.
Run out!
Can't keep running forever.
Time's up, you got Rifle, there she is. Still here, aren't you? Still here, aren't you?
Get back here!
Don't walk away now. Fun's just beginning. I see her. Brian said
Atlas's crew, no witnesses. What else you need to know? You should have.
Elizabeth, you know Atlas is going to...
I know. And I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I sent myself here for a reason. Didn't I?
And who exactly are you speaking to, Miss Comstock? If I were less acquainted with the vicissitudes of genius, I suspect I would question your sanity. I know so little of you, but I imagine the more I learned, the more exceptional I would find you. You know Atlas will betray you.
And what are you? My best friend?
You're one of a kind in this world, or others. And now, your misguided sense of altruism sends you to your doom. It's like watching Isaac Newton die in a house fire, in a vain attempt to save his cat.
There. All the load-bearing columns come into this room and they meet there. I just need to place the particle in that junction, activate it, and the whole structure should rise. There's no plan B. Might as well just get it over with. Here goes nothing. It's working! Atlas, you feel that? You have your prison break. Now bring me the girl. Oh, great.
Did your mom ever teach you not to put your faith in strange foreign men?
Just give me the girl. She means nothing to you.
You've got that right. The girl means nothing. But you, love, you mean the world.
No cause for alarm. She's well sedated. So, it's begun.
The Kashmir's all blown to hell. If Ryan didn't know we were back before, I'm sure now he's got the message.
What do you want with this one?
If anybody's got the line on the ace, it's her. Find out what she knows. But no quackery. She's no good to us with a halo and a set of wings.
I get started as soon as the claw form wears off. Don't see her as too tough a nut. Where's the ace in the hole?
What? What?
Where's the ace in the hole?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we had a deal.
Where is the ace in the hole?
I told you.
Sodium thiopental. Are you familiar? No. Truth serum. Unpredictable stuff. Too little, nothing.
I have
Too
nothing
much.
to tell
The
you.
subject
I don't
is
even know
euthanasia.
what an ace in the hole is. Ah!
I am still playing with the dosage.
This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made, and men who make it.
We were all plenty scared about this on folks, but only a fool counts out the right-thinking folks of Andrew Ryan's rapture. Atlas's thugs have been pushed out of Point Prometheus. They're on the run in Fort Neptune. It's one thing starting a war, Atlas.
Folks say it's only a matter of time until Atlas's entire mob comes out waving the white flag.
2 weeks.
What?
You've been down 2 weeks, love. Feckin' doctors. Better off hiring a million monkeys.
Our deal was to get you out of prison. What, did you expect me to win your war for you too?
I'd tend to your own knitting if I were you. Now, darling, being that you were Su Chong's lab assistant and all, why not tell me where me ace in the hole went to?
I don't know.
As I said, I'm no doctor. But that doesn't mean I don't find the field fascinating. I keep up on all the medical journals and the like.
I hope you have someone to help you with all the big words.
You know what part of the brain free will comes from? Stubbornness? The prefrontal lobe. Now, I think it's fair to say you're a bit of a stubborn one, are you not? A man named Steinman taught me this. He's a bit of a lunatic, but a fine surgeon. He calls this little trick a transorbital lobotomy. Take hold of her, lads.
You're wasting your time.
If you won't remain still, I can't be held responsible for what comes next. Here we go. You feel that? I'm moving the pick across your eyeball. Still now. And resting it on your skull. There's about a bit over 1/4 of an inch of bone between the pick and your prefrontal lobe. And that's where this little fella comes in.
I don't...
It was just a wee tap. But I don't expect it'll take more than a few of those to reach the meat. And then we might find you a bit less the mule. Where's me ace in the hole?
I don't know.
You know what else rests in the lobe? Creativity. Individuality. Personality. In short, what makes you, you. I'm just about through now. Last chance, pet. Where is the ace in the hole?
Or what? What, you'll put a hole in my head and take away my memories? You want to make me forget all this? You want to make me not care anymore? Go ahead. You'll be doing me a favor.
Ah! Bring in the monster! You're a regular hero, ain't you? Can't risk ripping the only part of you that's worth a damn. Well, there's more than one way to fry an egg. Now, little one, are you familiar with the term transorbital lobotomy?
Please let her go.
It's a simple matter. All I need to do is insert this pick into your eye.
Please, I don't know
and give
anything.
it a few taps with me hammer.
I don't know anything.
Better to show by example.
Please, please don't. I don't know anything. I don't know. Please.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, it's okay.
I can't tell him what I don't know. Where are we?
You saw all the doors. And what's behind all the doors?
The ace in the hole. It's here.
Yes.
But I don't remember this place.
You've never been here.
Then how would it?
The memories you lost, they weren't just of the past. You saw behind all the doors.
Even the ones into the future. This is where I'm going.
If you want.
I don't like it here.
It's a bad place.
He's never gonna let me go, is he? Even if I bring him the ace. Then why am I here? How if I was so smart? If I saw so much, why just send myself to the slaughter?
For Sally.
No, one day he will just rip her open and tear out her atom. All of this for nothing. Why did I do it? Why?
You have to decide.
Decide what?
To take a leap of faith. I can't tell you what you were thinking because you don't remember. But you chose to come. There. In that room.
The ace. I don't know what to do, Booker. Booker? Booker! No, please. Please just don't leave me here! Booker!
Go wherever you want.
Suchong's clinic. It's at Suchong's clinic.
That's a bit convenient now. Ryan's got every turret in the place tuned to me and me men's genetic code. We'd be torn to shreds before we got 10 feet.
That's right. Which is why I'm gonna do it for you. You okay with that?
Get me the ace, I'll wrap the brat in a silk ribbon. Bag her and bring her to my bathysphere.
Yeah, well, I think we all would love die will take that.
One of the lads will show you how to get inside. We'll be waiting for you where you come out. Shake a leg now. The Lord hates a laggard.
So Mo, how are you doing? May I have the heavier? much heavy bullets you got there? I'll work with it. It's not.
Alright. Let's see here what we could do.
Hey, Brock.
Scary. Stay away from him. He's scary.
Look, it's okay. He can't hurt anyone.
Scary.
Shh. Shh. Can you move? Can you just move a little bit for me? Don't. I don't know how to help you. I don't. No, he's just hurt. He just needs somebody to figure out how to fix him. Maybe there's some. I don't know. Is there some documentation for him around here or something? Right. Look who I'm asking.
Just watch. I don't think you're gonna hit him.
Encoded. Big Daddy will not imprint. If not imprint, what good is he to little sister? She no like him. He no like her. Situation is impasse.
Why'd you do that?
Sutron? What the hell were you thinking? Drinkable plasmids? We're burning through 10 times the amount of atom compared to the injectables. And if you fail to notice, them sea slugs ain't exactly growing on trees. Switch back to the injectables and let the eggheads in marketing worry about selling it to the chumps.
Hey. Oh, I got high sensitivity. Nice shot, dude. Nice shot. He's BMing. Yep. Pretty good. I'm ready to see this last game. No, it's alright, dude. Have
Stupid beast had a half brain. He would realize they need little sister to live. Sisters secrete only kind of atom that is genetic match for them.
Hot some sweats.
No little sister. No big daddy.
Beautiful.
What?
What's up?
Scary, 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 scary.
I've got to do something.
Big monster sick.
It's okay. It's okay, please. I don't know how to help him. He needs Adam. I don't have any of that. I don't know what to do.
Going to die. Not fair. We can help. Help.
with a thorn in its paw. Suchong, of all the things I know this. It is in your power to be a different man. What can Ryan take from us that we have not already sacrificed at the altar of discovery? They are children, little sisters, and yes, they will forget. But you and I won't. The memories of what we have done fade only with the dimming of all lights. Tenenbaum.
Is that your puppy? She's very pretty.
Thank you, Papa Suchong.
Break her neck for me. What? Break that sweet puppy's neck.
Clinical trial. Protector system. Plasmid lot 255. Dr. Suchong. Client Ryan Industries. Very frustrating day. I can't seem to get the damn big daddies to imprint on the little brats. The protection bond is just not forming. Get away. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence to... sequence to allow for... Get away, you fitty little shit! What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
There's the ace. This is it. This is the ace in the hole. All the pain and all of the death for this.
Hey, sister. Over here. Do you have it?
I have it.
Give it over then. I'm keen to get this brat off me hands.
You know what? Andrew Ryan said I was a rube. But he was wrong. I'm not the rube, Atlas. You are. No. We both know what happens next. Just get it over with.
Well, love, if you insist. What is this? It's just a bunch of gibberish.
What does this say, you little whore?
Hey! What does this say?
It says... Would you kindly?
We've got the activation phrase. Now all we've got to do is get that genetic freak of nature on an airplane, and Rapture's ours. Yeah!
I chose Rapture.
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
They say to save one life is to save the world entire. It is you who are their savior.
You little nothing!
I can see all the doors. And what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, incredibly, I see him.
Et ça me fait quelque chose.
Une part de bonheur dont je connais